Hello, my name is Abe, and welcome back to FTL Faster Than Light, except it's not FTL, it's FTL Multiverse, which is the big new hotness in FTL mods. At first, there was the Captain's Edition, Captain's Log, Stardate, roughly around 2014. Someone made the Captain's Edition mod for FTL. This is the new one. This is, probably, I think, the biggest mod for FTL currently. It aims to change lots of different mechanics in the game, add in a whole bunch of stuff. It's using like different mods to make itself possible. Hyperspace is like a modding framework that FTL Multiverse is using. All of that aside, what does FTL Multiverse bring to the table? If you played FTL before, it brings in many new alien races, new sectors, new ships, new weapons, new rebel flagships, secret sectors, secret ship unlocks. You can freaking fight alien spiders. You can defeat, ancient alien races. I don't know whether or not they've actually created, the pyramids on Earth, but maybe they have, maybe they haven't. It's a fun mod. I played a couple of runs of this to see if I would enjoy it, and roughly I do. There's a few things that I don't like, and it is an in-progress mod. Some of the writing is a little lacking, but otherwise, I love FTL. I have 100%ed FTL, vanilla. All those videos are up on YouTube. I played FTL for fun after that. More of those videos are up on YouTube in a playlist, and I just kind of feel like playing more FTL, and this is kind of a new way of getting back into the game. Mod is tough, it's hard. Everything has been turned up to 11. Enemies are more dangerous. Borders, way more dangerous. You have weapons that take less power and have more shots. Your weapons also take up less power and have more shots. Things are more expensive, but there's also new balancing in this mod that seems to make the game easier at some points. For instance, you get more loot, which is nice so that you can, have more opportunities to pick up guns and whatnot. FTL Multiverse is a mess. Let's check it out with a new game. And if people like it, make sure to let me know and I'll play more of this. So FTL Multiverse new game. This is the Super Luminal. The ships in FTL Multiverse, I assume it'll go through the tutorial about like the history of the game, like the lore that they're going for here. But the short of it is that in standard roguelike fashion, every run takes place in a new universe. These ships are equipped with advanced multi-universe drives, hence the name multi-space, multiverse. Look, words today. This is a Super Luminal, it is the Kestrel. There's also, lots of ships. 14 pages of ships that sometimes have slots A, B, and C. Like, look at this. It's nonsense. And all of these ship unlocks have quests to unlock them too. Well, I guess that's not true. Like these ones, it just says get to Sector 5 to unlock the ship, so those are the simple ones. That's too many ships, says Solder J. It's a lot of ships. This is the Super Luminal. We start with a Burst Laser 1 that has 1 power for 2 shots. In vanilla FTL, this would be a 2-power weapon. The fact that it has its power requirements cut in half kind of tells you what I'm talking about here. Everything is more lethal. This weapon is twice as good as its version is in FTL vanilla. There's also a piercing laser, requires 2 power, has an accuracy modifier of 10, and pierces 1 shield. So if an enemy ship only has 1 shield, we could just fire this weapon ad infinitum. Weapons also in this mod also seem to have a higher chance of breaching and fire. There's also a lot more variations of weapons. You can have beams that breach, you can have lasers that pierce, you can have lasers that are bio lasers, you can have flak that do ion damage. Basically any combination exists. Personally, it feels like it's too much, but you know what? It'll probably get better once you start learning what all the different weapons are. So yes, piercing laser, pierces 1 bar of shields, has an accuracy modifier of +10. We also have 3 crew. Will, a human. Cubbin, the orchid floral. It's one of the new races in the FTL Multiverse mod. The florals, natively known as the Kitelier, are a friendly species of mostly pacifist plants which can buff your crew and refill oxygen. Refills oxygen, doesn't work on ships without an O2 system. Basically, you don't need to have your O2 powered to have O2. It takes more damage from fire, and friendly crew in the same room gain health, repair speed, and heal speed. And then we have Gracie, who is a separatist NG, because in this mod, in this lore, there are different factions for the different races. You have Federation humans and rebels. You have Harmony NGs, which are NGs that are a part of the collective, and Separatist, who are not in control of, or not controlled by the collective. The Separatist NG have broken free from the control of the Harmony, a widespread program that controls the NG and encourages sameness. Active ability toggles to nanite mode, the NG, where it ignores doors and becomes damage resistant, but cannot fight or repair. Basically, they are a tank. They deal less combat damage, they have a higher repair speed, they take reduced suffocation damage. So lots of stuff going on here. Will, you can be Sardo J. Cubbin, Josh Cubbin, who is the plant. You can be, excuse me. You can be Gladier. And Gracie, the Separatist NG, you can be... I'm lucky. Hopefully you're gonna be lucky. There's been a lot of just like me talking, at least initially, but there's so much stuff to talk about when you're dealing with multiverse. So the first, few minutes of this run is gonna be a little slow. Let's start, and we'll get more people here. You can also have a seeded run if you type in your seed. You can have a particular run. Sorry, I hit the wrong button, so we gotta do this again. I thought that if I hit escape, it would, put the seed back to whatever the default was. Instead, it just went back to the main menu. That's my bad. Gladier and Lauren can be Lucky. And I misspelled solder. Let's begin. We also have Advanced Navigator, which is effectively long-range scanners and advanced FTL navigation in one. We can jump to a previously visited beacon and reveals details about surrounding beacons. Start. You take a look at the distant swirls of space as the stars fly past. This is the beginning of the next chapter in your saga. What will await you next? 12 fuel and 20 scrap. Well, I know what awaits me. It's 12 fuel and 20 scrap. Before your mission begins, it might be time to prepare before you arrive at the Warp Bay. What would you like to do? Federation database entries recommended for beginners. Basically, info. You've downloaded the database, which will now grant you the opportunity to read about various factions, individuals, or locations. This provides no physical benefit, but will help you on your path. Remind yourself about the mission. You, Captain, are now a central part of the largest known conflict in not just the galaxy, but the multiverse itself. After the conclusion of the original Federation Civil War in Universe Zero, the vanilla FTL game, your home reality, the Galactic Federation, defeated Admiral Vance and the Rebellion, securing their control over the galaxy. The Federation struggled with various other conflicts, most notably a Cold War between the dangerous Coalition Alliance, endorsed by the Slug Kleptocracy, the Mantis Hive, the Rock Theocracy, and the Leech Craterocracy. This conflict finally escalated into the invasion of Aquarian territory, resulting in heavy losses. After the Coalition's attack temporarily destabilized the Federation once again, Vance, he lived? ran a covert operation from the rebel stronghold to attempt to salvage the heavily protected ancient ruins the Coalition had been seeking as well. Why did the Federation not just eliminate the Rebellion and kill Vance? I don't know. Keep reading. Though the full details are unknown, it is believed that among these ruins, Vance's team salvaged the first multiverse drive, which he would reverse engineer and install on the remaining Rebel fleet. After a Federation raid on the Rebel stronghold, finally, Vance and his men fled to Universe 1 and allied with the rebellion of that reality to overthrow the Federation. Universe 1 now acts as the center of the interdimensional rebels' operations, while Universe 0 leads the counterattack. Beautiful. You got that? Good. Fruitless as though it may be, both sides are now locked into a seemingly unending conflict, invading realities to secure the strength and survival of their own faction. Make no mistake, though the rebellion continues to perpetuate their title of a brave uprising, the rebellion is well beyond a simple insurrection. Though intel is sparse, it would appear Universe 1 has been transformed into a desolate industrial dystopia fueling the eternal gears of war that seek nothing less than the total annihilation of the Federation and all non-human species. Kind of reminds me, there's an old sci-fi movie that I watched once because we like watching bad movies, and it's a time travel movie where some guy messes up the past. He travels into the past, messes up the past, and then the AI computer that runs the base sends war machines to try to correct the past, and the people of that time have no idea where these machines are coming from. They just know that they're constantly being invaded, and the Earth is like a hellscape of time-traveling Terminators, except it's not Terminator movie. It's a different movie. I forget what it's called, though. It's been a long time. The whereabouts of Universe 0 Vance are currently unknown, though sightings of suspicious movements of the privately trained MFK Ace Corps, undying loyal to Vance Prime, have been seen all around the multiverse. The MFK, mother effin', Aces will likely prove to be your greatest threat, along with the powerful redesigned flagship model dispatched to this reality to destroy the Federation base and secure a rebel victory. Keep reading. This is where you get involved. As a renegade hired by the Federation, your goal is simple: destroy the flagship. And it is highly unlikely the rebellion will be willing to dedicate any further efforts to capturing this reality. It is far more practical for them to divert the remaining rebel forces to a different reality. If you fail, it is certain the Federation of this reality will fail, and this will become just another piece in the rebels' arsenal of enslaved realities. Okay, so every run is a chance at freeing a reality. There's infinite realities, ergo, you can play this game an infinite number of times, and that's why it's a roguelike. Configure your challenge level. I'm not going to do this. Basically, it configures the amount of fuel and scrap you start with, and also various encounters throughout the game that you find. But right now it's on normal. We're on hard mode, I think, so we'll just leave it on normal. I think it's hard mode, should be. Name: Federation Multiverse Drop Point. Type: friendly. Unique: true. Dominant faction: the Federation. Rebel threat level: medium. Neutral fleet. You're about to arrive at the nearest Federation warp bay. These hangar-like structures act as beacons of sorts for traveling between multiverses. Let's hope you're given a nice warm welcome and not greeted by a fleet of angry rebels or pirates, right? Hey, it's the hangar that you choose your ship. We got people walking around and playing cards and inspecting nuclear crates and repairing ships. You slowly exit hyperspeed, transitioning to a speed safe for landing, and steer closer to the hangar below. There your ship is stocked up and prepped to head out into this foreign galaxy. You hurry to your ship, but realize that you still have time for something else. We can grab a weapon, find another crew member, grab resources, or get a head start on the fleet. I think this probably means you delay the fleet for a jump or two. A non-space background, that's novel. There's a lot more of this, Solder J, not just this one. I think we have 2 shots plus a piercing laser. We could get another cheap weapon. I think probably another crew member would be nice, just so that we have all of our stations manned initially. So we'll get another crew member. Narth, the human, finally suited up and ready to go. You take a look at your beacon map. Sure looks like you still have a while until the fleet becomes an immediate threat. So you can spare some time to do something on the ship if you wish. So yeah, the rebel fleet, just like in FTL Vanilla, is always going to be on our tail, and we got to get to the end of each sector before the fleet shows up. Otherwise, bad stuff happens. So we can do something aboard the ship or do nothing. This is the introduction to one of the biggest features in FTL Multiverse, the mod. This is called, quote unquote, storage. Storage allows us to do things aboard our ship. You can talk to the crew, check your mission report, which is basically like, hey, these are the important things that have happened on your run. So it's just like a log. Perform a task, install upgrades, install the onboard medical lab, or do nothing. For instance, let's talk to the crew. Let's look for our orchid crew, look for your orchid, and talk to them. You ask about the biological history of the evolution of orchids. According to them, the first organism on their planet with brains were plants. We can do it again. We can also scan the biometrics of any race that we want, which gives you very specific information about them. This is an orchid, but not a sub-race of orchid. Subtype details, genetic, standard. Stats, 175% damage from fire, 80% damage from suffocation, so I guess they're resistant. Refills oxygen at 0.5 oxygen per second. And friendly crew in the same room gain 20% maximum health and healing speed and 20% repair speed. We can even do the same thing for the NG crew. Higher repair and extinguishing, lower combat damage, half suffocation damage, ability with a 7-second cooldown, and all the stats. Immune to fire and suffocation in nano mode, but still can't fight, sabotage, heal, or repair. Sabotage is like breaking enemy systems. Ignores doors though. So you can get stats if you want them. We can also check out the mission report. We can check out boss data, renegade data, crew data, and transport data. We don't have anything that we've done on the run, so nothing will show up. We can perform a task. We can lay a trap for the rebel fleet. Basically, if you have a mine layer, you can lay a minefield. You can run a salvage mission or repair the hull. You can repair the hull for a decent amount of scrap. Repairing's a little bit more expensive in this mod, so this is not a bad price. And your NG suggests a method of using drone parts. We don't need any of this. We will run a salvage mission, but I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. You can install an internal upgrade. And this is where you start getting into lots of options, because you can install multiple different types of upgrades to your ship, and you have the blueprints for these upgrades immediately. In vanilla FTL, a lot of things like FTL recharge booster, shield charge booster, those are augments. In this game, they are upgrades that you can install at any point in time. So for example, for the shields, we can install Ion Field for 50 scrap, which gives you ion resistance, Performance Upgrade, which gives you recharge, Electrical Insulation, which prevents you from being stunned in your shield room. For the engines, you have Long Range Jump and Performance Upgrade, which is just FTL recharge. The weapons, you can get Explosive Replicator for 50 scrap. You can just buy it. No longer will you be playing as the Rock A-type and run out of missiles. You can just buy this immediately if you want. And Performance Upgrade for recharge. You can get 3 levels of performance upgrades, I think. And then the Med Bay. Medbot Dispersal is 50 scrap. You can just buy this for 50 scrap. Medical Stimulants, Safety Blankets, and there's also a level 4 Med Bay, which is pretty good. Medical Stimulants makes your crew faster, and Safety Blankets like reduces fire damage or something like that. And also you have onboard tech, which is even more things. And you can install an arm, which is even more things. Lots of things. My God. Gladier says if you actually look through all these options, Darkest Dungeon won't feel so long anymore. We're 20 minutes into it, we haven't even fought anything yet. Because it's all just like set up. Complicated, says GT Quark. It is, but it's not really that complicated in the grand scheme of things. However, I will admit that part of what makes vanilla FTL so fun is the simplicity and the enjoyment of the mechanics that exist. This and the FTL Multiverse mod does seem a little overtly complex, because not only do you have this entire system of menus and menus and menus and things that you can upgrade, but you also have hundreds of different weapons that have been added to the game that all have their own different like status effects and shield piercing and recharge, and some of them are chain and some of them are charge versions. You've got fire flak and ion flak and flak 3 and burst laser 3 and breach burst laser and fire burst laser and bio burst laser and shield pierce burst laser. There's a lot of complexity. Simplicity is elegance, and this mod could use a little bit more elegance, but bear with me. So we can, on our ship, install augments, breach sealant. This is like the slug repair gel. Extinguishers, puts out fires. Energy shield bypass. Bomb and teleportation through shields and mind control. Lifeform scanner, just like it was in vanilla FTL. Defense scrambler for 110 scrap, makes enemy defense drones not target anything. Respirators, half damage from low oxygen. And emancipation grills, I think this is like enemies take damage when they go through your doors. It's very strange. And you can also install an arm. What is an arm? I don't know, but it's one of these things. You can only have one. Scrap gatherer. Increases the amount of scrap you get. This is just scrap recovery arm for 50 scrap. Very good to get this early. Magnetic arm, I don't really know what it does. It says, allows salvaging during time-sensitive situations such as rebel fleet-controlled beacons and provides an alternative, low-risk salvaging option. I don't really know what this does, but it always feels like you just want scrap recovery arm because it helps you from scrap everywhere. You can get drone recovery arm or repair arm. Drone recovery arm lets you reuse drones, repair arm heals you for scrap. And then, we already went through those, good. We already went through these, good. Then you have the onboard lab, which we can't afford right now. The medical lab, which we can get for free if we have a level 2 med bay. Again, complexity. But the onboard medical lab gives you the ability to add primary and secondary modifications to your crew, not the ship. So for instance, if you have a mantis, you could add a upgrade to your mantises that increase melee damage but reduce range damage, where you can have a modification to your mantises that increase their fire resistance or whatever. And there's options, multiple options for every crew, and it gets a little bit complicated. I haven't really interacted with this too much, but if you wanted more complication and crew upgrades, this is where you would do it. Finally, salvage mission. You can do this once per sector in order to get free resources, which we're gonna do. You get 3 fuel. Okay, now that's been done. You do the salvage last because you can't do anything else afterwards. So we got Narth. Oh, I forgot that we even picked him up. I was a little confused for a minute. Nartholus. At least it's not Nartholomew. Oh my god. You can be Boundless Zero. I did see Arcatraz in chat, by the way. Hello, Arcatraz. Oh my god. FTL Multivariable Calculus mod. FTL Spreadsheet Simulator. FTL, we're just trying to be a little bit more like EVE Online Simulator. But this is the medbay, get out of the medbay. We've done it. We've gotten through the introduction. Hopefully you understand everything. There's a lot more that you can upgrade on your ship without having to find equipment or find augments. You can just pay for them at an empty beacon. You can't always use the storage. You can only use the storage if you're at an empty beacon, or you have the opportunity at like a store or something. It's complicated, but it'll be easier to understand as we go. For now, holy crap, we're gonna jump. Sector 1 Multiverse Drop Point. A feature added in to this mod, it existed as a standalone mod, but it's integrated here, is you can see how far the Rebel fleet will jump. So the exit is between the 12 and the 13 marker. That means we can do 12 jumps before the exit, so you can plan out your route. Additionally, this button here in the bottom right corner toggles advanced information. Not only does it show you advanced crew information, same things that you could just read on if you talk to your crew, but also it overlays jump lines. So you can see exactly where you're going. I'm not gonna need that on right now though. Our only jump is to supply. Let's do it. Are we ready? We're ready to begin. Let's go. Yes, first jump. You're not surprised to see this beacon has been outfitted with a multiverse supply depot. Many such beacons were constructed by prior multiverse travelers to help prepare ships such as yours. It appears you've arrived a little too late. Something, whether they be a pirate or rebel, has razed this place and destroyed everything in sight. You grab what little scrap remains and carry on. And now we can do something aboard the ship, basically storage or do nothing. We might as well look at the storage and see what we can do. There's nothing we can do. We've already salvaged, so we can't do this again. We have no mines, so we can't lay a trap. We can't afford scrap recovery arm, so we're just gonna say do nothing and continue on. We have 37 scrap. We could get another bit of reactor power for engines, but we need money for shields and for that scrap recovery arm. Things are more expensive in this mod, as you can tell. Shields are more expensive. In vanilla FTL, the shields are normally 20-30. Here they're 25-35, so they'll be slightly more expensive. And weapon control is also a little bit more expensive in the high end specifically. So we're gonna save scrap for a little while. We'll jump ahead, see what kind of combat we can get into, and then make our way from there. I should also turn up the sound a little bit. That jump sounded a little quiet. You're surprised to find another multiverse ship at this beacon bearing markings of a pirate vessel. Lots of new enemy ships too. I like the ship designs in the mod. Seem pretty damn good. This is a multiverse explorer vessel. The pirate hails you. Ah, a fellow traveler. I'm sure we can both relate over the difficulty of upkeep with these multiverse drives, yes? Well, we've been running low on fuel, and I'm sure you could use an upgrade. Maybe we can trade. So we can buy an engine upgrade for 3 fuel, or attack them. I want to attack them. Wait. Before you do that, look, do the math, right? It's only a handful of fuel, 3 scrap each. What I'm offering is an upgrade for basically 9 scrap. Think about it. It's a great offer. Take the upgrade, nah, we'll just kill you. I like it. I haven't seen this before. I like that they, it's the first sector. They're saying, hey, think about it. It is an upgrade on the cheap. Let's take the upgrade, fine. They made a convincing offer. It was cheap. Abe, you need more doors on your ship. There are a lot of doors. Admittedly, there's a lot of doors. Well, now I'm thinking maybe we should get the reactor for the engines, but we'll just let it go. Yo, up the sound slightly. Okay, we'll keep jumping ahead. Why is it so quiet? Maybe I should turn it up on my end. A Federation automated supply drone is on the fritz, sparking and occasionally sending garbled, meaningless messages. It must have received serious damage. Enemy ships that have special abilities have that listed here. So for instance, this is a depressurized vessel. Sorry for jumping around. This enemy is depressurized, meaning it has no oxygen system. Oxygen restoring crew, such as orchids, will not be able to fill the ship with oxygen. Boarding with aerobic crew is not advised without proper precautions. Basically, there's no oxygen here. And automated. Its crew cannot be killed. Systems act as though they are manned. Repairs will be made. Breaches prevent repairs. So things that you kind of already knew. We can contact the drone, salvage it, or fix the drone. We'll just have the engine crew fix the drone. We get 5 fuel, 6 missiles, and 9 scrap. You know what? That paid for the engine upgrade. I'm happy. We'll jump around a little bit because I want to explore. We can do 1, 2, 3, 4, and still be ahead of the rebel fleet because we can see exactly where they're going to be in 4 jumps. So we'll jump around a little bit. You begin charging your FTL drive and do a quick scan of a local planet. You find the ruins of a recently destroyed Federation colony. There must be a rebel ship in the vicinity. We'll look for it, and we find it. So we actually get into combat here. Oh my god, 30 minutes! Finally getting into some combat. Hey, stakes is high. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Now that we're in combat, there's more! You can do last-minute things before combat. Or nothing. The last minute things you can do are 1 hull repair, make a missile, or make a drone part. So if you have to have drone parts for like your hacking drone, you can get 1. If you have to have a missile, you can get 1. And if you're about to die, you can heal. So you can do very minor modifications. We have nothing to do though, nothing that we need, so never mind, let's fight. and we're immediately boarded. But you know what? You can just get vented. And actually, what are you? You're a rebel? If we wanted to, we could see what the rebels' abilities are. Resilience and determination makes them take less damage from the environment, so they'll suffocate slower. If we wanted to, we could just vent him. I think we'll just vent him. No, you go there. I think we'll just vent him. Kind of a why not. Now we just don't have to deal with him at all because he's gonna die. And our weapons are slowly getting charged. Remember, our piercing shot does penetrate 1 bar of shields. We can fire this without the burst laser, but we might as well fire both, and we might as well go for enemy weapons to try to take them out before their weapon fires. Nah. Wait a minute, the piercing fires 2 shots? Oh my lord. That's really good. Okay. Okay, that's good. So this guy is slowly dying. He's got no freaking chance. Their weapons are also offline. We did take 1 hull damage, who cares? We could try to take out their O2 system. The piercing laser does have a breach chance. So if we fire that at O2, it might breach. And if it breaches, that's gonna make it a lot harder for them to actually survive, because we might be able to crew kill the ship with that breach. Now they did get their weapon back online, but we'll try to take it out quickly. And it breached, okay. I kinda wanna send a crew member into the sensors room to see what's going on. No, all right, never mind, you're just back. You shot me, you dick. You're gonna die now. I'll send the NG to the sensors. I really wanna see what's going on, because if I can kill the crew, I would love to. So they're trying to get stuff repaired. He actually did manage to repair the O2, good job. You kinda suck. The rebellion will never die. Every rebel ship you kill will only make your greater Every rebel ship you kill will only make your punishment greater after our inevitable victory. Let us go. No. I'm sorry, but no. Hashtag sorry, not sorry. Okay. You guys go into the medbay real quick. Their ship is not long for this world. Their crew is dying. They literally can't do anything. This is where we just let them suffocate to death. But while that's happening, I would like you to notice something right now. I have no power in the oxygen, but the oxygen is not draining. It's at 100%. The plant creature, the orchid floral, produces oxygen, so we don't even need to keep the O2 system powered. If I close the doors, the O2 is gonna go down because the rooms are isolated now. If I open the doors, the O2 will come back. So we don't need to have oxygen with the plant crew member. And we're just gonna let this guy die because in general in FTL, if you kill the crew of ships, all right, achievement unlocked. If you kill the crew of ships, you get more scraps. You feel no pity for the now dead rebel crew and scrap their ship spitefully. 22 scrap, okay. We have 68. I'm gonna go to supply. This should allow us to get the scrap recovery arm very early. Lexi the Kitsune, welcome. Yes, I did already mention the Hourglass of Fate. It's not an hourglass, it's a magnifying glass, I'm dumb. You've arrived at a Federation supply depot for multiverse travelers. Yeah, we already know that. We get it all, and we can do something aboard the ship, and now, click, 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 we can increase scrap gain by 10% with the Scrap Gatherer arm. Let's do that. This seems very good to get early. And now we don't have enough money for anything else. If we wanted to, we could overheal, but that seems like a dumb idea. Let's jump. And we can see that there's enough connecting nodes. We probably don't need to worry about planning our route specifically, but let's see. We have 8 jumps to get to the exit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would put us behind enemy lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That gets us to the exit. We could ignore the merchant. I want to show you the merchant though, so I kind of want to go there. So I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. Okay, so we'll have to skip this ship beacon. We'll go straight to the supply, but we should be able to hit the merchant and then leave. But I want to show you the merchant, because the merchant is stupid. Bum 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 bum. This beacon serves as a temporary outpost for the multiverse drive equipped vessels. Yes, the same damn thing, except a pirate ship jumps in. That's good, because I actually did want to get some combat going on here. So we'll attack the ship. You prepare for battle. We could repair if we wanted to, but let's not repair right now. If we get a repair event, we don't want to be at full health. So we'll just do nothing. Now, here's a question. These weapons, the one on the left is a hull laser, the one on the right is a chain laser. This is not vanilla FTL. What are these weapons? Well, I'm gonna tell you, the one on the right, the chain laser, it's 1 power for 2 shots. The one on the left is a hull laser, and I believe it's 3 shots. So this is actually a pretty substantial ship that we're coming across here. This is a lot of firepower. We're gonna have to try to take out their weapons like ASAP. Our weapons are a little slow. I'm hoping we're at least faster than the hull laser. Okay, we took it out, thankfully. It's tough, you know. You got to make sure that you can take out those weapons before they fire, because they can do a lot of damage. But we're in the clear. You know what? We should probably have our NG in the weapons room, but I'll just have the human do it, because I really want to have sensors so I can maybe kill the crew. Accept their surrender? No, thank you. I was gonna say, because all we really need to do is hit the O2 system, and then they won't be able to repair it. They do have a orchid, although it's a vampweed, it's a subrace, who puts oxygen back in systems. But if there's a breach, I don't know if they can bring back the O2 fast enough. So in theory, they might just be dead. Let's see what happens. Can he put the O2 back into the room fast enough? You know what? No, but he's gonna get the repair done. And now the oxygen's gonna come back, because that's what his racial ability is. So we can't, you know what? We could kill the crew, but they're gonna get both their weapons online, so I'm just gonna kill them now. We almost got the kill. We just needed one more breach and we would have done it. The only good pirate is a dead pirate. Arr, and today you've made a lot of those. The pirate ship appears to have an excess of fuel left behind in the wreckage. Arr, arr, arr. Salvage the extra fuel cells. There's only 1 R in that. I can't really make a pirate joke out of it. The extra fuel is always helpful. You get 3. Continue on. Good stuff. We got 57 scrap. Not enough for shields. In vanilla FTL, that would be enough. Not in multiverse. We need 60. So we're gonna have to do more jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's very important to keep in mind where the rebel fleet is in comparison to yourself, because it's actually, you know, very awful to get caught out by them, and it's easier to do, I think. Because there's a lot more beacons and events and stuff to do in multiverse. Unique events, anyways. A blip on the communicator shows an incoming transmission from a Zoltan ship out of your field of view. When you pick up, you're greeted by the unwelcome sounds of a raving madman screeching about cowering beneath the prophet Eye. He demands a prayer and offering, or else suffer his wrath. Eye makes me think Great Eye, which is a horrible event in vanilla FTL. Let's refuse to pay him, because I'm not going to pay him. Then let the curse befall you. The Zoltan jumps away and are immediately followed by a rebel ship jumping in. Were the Zoltan working with rebels, or is it pure coincidence? Hard to say, but one thing's for certain, it's time to fight. Or was it magic? Could have been magic. You never know. So they have a bomb. I have no idea what kind of a bomb it is, but let's take it down as quickly as freaking possible. Man, it's a long path from the shield system to the sensors, huh? We did breach the weapon room, which is nice. If we breach the O2 room, we might be able to kill their crew. Yeah, if they have no oxygen, they should die in theory. Although this guy might get the weapons back online, but we'll try to pierce it again. You know what? He might get 1 online, but he's not going to get both. I'm just min-maxing the piercing weapons here so that I don't kill the ship. If they have no weapons and they can't get it back online, we'll just let them go. Sweet. So they're just gonna sit here. Now this is true top tier FTL gameplay right here. Just sitting back, relaxing, and waiting for enemies to die from asphyxiation aboard their spaceship. Hey, that's why you don't skimp out on the O2 when you're in space. Oxygen's quite important. That's why I've got a, flower creature on my ship. Let the war crimes begin, says Arcatraz. It's not a war crime. I'm just damaging their oh no, their oxygen was hit. Oh, I can't control these lasers go. This is old tech. I mean, it's very hard to aim a laser beam. Things travel, surprisingly slowly in the vacuum of space. I don't know why, but... Once it's done, we'll continue on. As the captain of the rebel ship collapses to his knees, he beckons for you to come closer. He whispers, "Damn you," and falls lifeless to the ground. He beckons you come... Am I aboard his ship or something? I don't... the writing needs a little bit of work in Multiverse because this makes no sense. Why am I aboard his ship? I vented him. Continue on, then we got 24 scrap, and that's enough for shields, which is definitely our first purchase. Also, merchant. Hard to not aim for the oxygen room, it's so big. My oxygen room is big. Stranger, I'm Sylvan, an honest traveling merchant. Perhaps we haven't met yet. I tend to forget. I've traveled the realities vast and have seen much the multiverse has to offer. Maybe we can do some business? I have a gift for you as well, if that might persuade you. 13 scrap and the augment emergency manual. Also, look at his ship! 8 shields, 30 health, a super shield, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 burst lasers. And they're not even normal burst lasers, they're purple, which means that they're very good. They also have breach sealant, emancipation grid, energy sealed, resistant rooms, high level threat. He has doors, drone control, engines, hacking, medbay, mind control, oxygen, piloting, shields, teleporter weapons, and you can be rest assured that these are high level rooms. No, I'm not going to attack the merchant Lexi. What I will do though is sell some resources, which is a very handy thing to have with this traveling merchant. You can just sell drone parts, fuel, or missiles. And we don't have a missile launcher, so let's sell missiles. I'll sell 15 for 49 scrap. That's very nice early because it's very high payout. 49 scrap is a lot. Ah, stranger, as a multiverse traveler yourself, you surely know just how useful garbage is on your own ship. Yes, I'm selling you garbage, don't be mad. He sells a random type of item. Right now he's selling garbage, so literally it's old heavy Mark 1, old Pegasus missile launcher, and an old mine launcher, although it's Sobek. And trash guns also apparently means flak. So we could get a mini flak, ignited flak, or flak charger. This is where a little bit of the complexity of the game, I think, wears a little bit. You have so many different options for guns. You have a mini flak, which is 1 power for 2 shots, a ignited flak, which is an 80% chance of starting fires. You have a flak charger, which can be charge it up to have 3 different shots for 2 power. It's too much, man, it's too much. By the way, flak also has a breach chance now. So if we wanted to, we could get like the fire flak and try to burn enemy crew. It will do damage and light fire, so 1 flak and like a weapon system would probably take it out. But you'd still have to take out the like med bay, the O2 room. Still a good gun, a bit on the expensive side. We also get emergency manual. A well-structured guide on emergency procedures adds extra options to last-minute preps before combat to produce fuel, convert missiles and drone parts, or even detonate extra missiles to sabotage enemy weapons. I've had this once before, right before combat where you can do something. This lets you do more things, as it says. You can turn a missile into a drone part, turn a drone part into a missile, or make fuel for like 3 scrap. Only 1 fuel. And that's basically about it. It's not that good. I think I'm just gonna sell it for early scrap in the early game. And I don't, well, I was gonna say I don't think we're gonna get anything. I think we'll get a mini flak just so that we have more shield busting potential. We could take like a old heavy weapon, but if it's got worse aim, it's gonna miss a whole bunch, and I don't really want to miss a whole bunch, so I think I'm just gonna go for a mini flak. It's cheap, it's 1 power, we can get that powered up pretty quickly, so I'm not that sad to see it, let's say. Pacing in this game seems weird, like all the options make things not flow nicely. It's a lot of information to take in at the beginning, but once you understand what the options are and when you would utilize them, you start to realize that a lot of the options, at least in the early game, don't matter because you don't have scrap for anything. You know, this is more of like mid-game and late-game stuff that I'm trying to explain. Like, we don't have any scrap to do upgrades from like the storage menu. So we're just gonna play a normal FTL for a while, and then when we get an empty beacon, we'll take a moment, pause, think about our ship, and think if we want to upgrade something. So it doesn't really interrupt the pacing. The one thing that I will suggest is that it would be nice to have like the ability to see what your storage is, like what upgrades you've already installed. There's no way of knowing what that is without going into the storage menu, which is unfortunate, but a well-armed pirate ship approaches you. Hand over one of your crew, and the rest of you can go free. We will never surrender a crew to slavers. We might even get a crew member out of this. They do have 1 laser and 1 beam. Actually, our shields mean we take no damage, so I'm just going to... I guess I'm just gonna wait for you and then like gang up on you and kill you. So goodbye, because your people or your ship literally can't hurt me. So I'm just gonna murder you and then maybe take out your clone bay. Yep. So you're dead and you're not coming back, my friend. Let's take a look at the sensors and see what's going on. Crystal crew member trying to get that repaired. If only your friend didn't die. With their weapons being unable to hurt me at all, I'm just gonna take out their oxygen and just vent them again, because you know I'm kind of like, why not? Again, you get more scrap for doing it like this, so why not get more scrap out of it, you know? Why not try to get some more resources by just letting them, you know, slowly vent? I suppose we don't have to just let them vent. We could just like kill the crew. Is this still a war crime? Hopefully not. Sweet. You find a number of slaves in the cargo hold. They look at you questioningly, and one asks if they're to be released. You could use more crew, but you don't want to force them all to work for you. So we could have an orchid, a shell, and a slug. Shells are like defensive plants or defensive slugs. I think it's like a race in between the two, genetically speaking. I think we want a slug though. To be able to see enemy crew seems kind of nice. Take a slug. Will there be an opportunity to get some scrap? You nod your head. All right, I'm in. You son of a bitch, I'm in. Atreyu, the slug. Let's do this. I think it's... You know, I think you should just go on shields. We'll keep the NG on sensors because they're going to be a mobile repair person. Save positions. If you pick slug, maybe the slug says Lexi. All right, sure, why not? Click, 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 click. Call dibs, says Ogrim. You did call dibs, but you didn't call dibs on slug. No, you did call dibs on slug first. All right, so Ogrim. Ogrim 26. Number 26! No, he's gotta be Grim, at least. There you go. There you go, Grim, you're on shields. Okay, so we'll keep jumping ahead. We have 37 scrap, might as well get more reactor power for our dodge chance. This is, a fight like this, by the way, is where if I was playing FTL, I would like go make myself a snack and then come back at full training on my pilot and engine personnel. Not here. Thank you for respecting dibs. I respect the dibs. Although this could also be a good like way of venting channel points by letting people spend channel points to put their name in a hat that gets drawn and I get to pick a crew member. I gotta set that up though. A small rebel ship is docked at a small station. You try to lay low, but it spots you. Power up the weapons. Okay. We don't need to do anything, so we're just gonna do nothing. Now this is a drone. There's a lot more drones in the game. Big surprise there. Some drones light rooms on fire. That's vanilla FTL. Some drones breach rooms. Some drones have piercing shots. Some drones are ion drones that'll ionize your shields. Highly annoying. Other drones, well, we don't have a drone control system, but other drones can be cycled to do different things. This is just a standard drone, probably just does 1 hull damage. Maybe it's a piercing drone, I don't know. I don't know what they all look like, so. Kind of a bit of a problem when you don't know what the heck anything does in this game, but, I suppose it's not really that bad. And we're just gonna do the same thing. This piercing laser, actually like extremely powerful. The breaching chance at 30% means that you can usually kill crew. You just gotta hit the O2 and just let it sit for a little bit. And I am A-okay letting the oxygen sit, trying to, murder all of these space rebel racists. That's what they are, canonically. The rebellion is human space racists. So I'm just gonna let him vent for a little while. Yeah, okay, goodbye. Dun, 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 dun. Disposable account welcome. Unexpected but welcome. Surprise, they say. This is the FTL Multiverse mod. And we're just committing yet another war crime here. Speciest? You're right, Arcatraz. They like humans of all races. They hate the different races of aliens. Ah, the emergent gameplay in FTL, just letting enemies asphyxiate aboard their spaceship again. Hey, you know what? This is a good opportunity to farm some points off of this drone at least. We got some training out of that. As you move across the interior of the rebel ship, you can still see the soldiers' corpses twitching. It's quite morbid, but you don't feel Blad? In the blightest. 39 scrap. We can get 2 more jumps before the exit. This is actually pretty well timed. I'm glad we chose this particular route. We should also at some point upgrade medbay, O2 sensors, and etc., but I'd rather go for the medbay first. We'll do that next. I played a couple of runs of Multiverse. I've never had the 2nd level medbay be used at all in an event, but I assume it is still important to get, because in vanilla FTL, the 2nd level medbay was maybe even more important than 2nd level of shields. In Multiverse, it seems maybe less so. Looks like a rebel ship is here waiting for you first. You can't quite make out what the ship is though at first. The captain hails you, revealing themselves to be obnoxiously bright blue-haired and smug glare. Didn't expect to see me here, did you? Twirling their mustache. Haha, that's right, I have returned. It wasn't easy tracking you through time and space, but now I will end you once and for all. Who are you? The captain stutters. Huh? You don't remember me? It is I, your arch nemesis, Leia, the infamous Beam Master. Mwahahaha. You think you're so clever, always coming in to ruin my day, but I'm getting smarter. You won't beat me this time. Biatch. Excuse me. PG stream. Get ready for battle. It's a joke. Low-level threat. This enemy poses very little threat to your vessel. Feel free to disregard any threats made by the captain of this sorry ship. It's a beam ship. If you have shields, you can literally take no damage. Now, if you were playing as a stealth ship, you'd be in a bit of a situation here. But we should just be able to frickin' ice these guys. Solder J says the writing is, yeah. I like the premise of this ship, but again, I will absolutely fully admit that the writing in FTL Multiverse needs a bit of a once-over. Moments before death, you see Leia whip out a teleporter recall button. This isn't the last you've seen of me, Federation scum. Leia warps away, leaving you utterly confused. Spare them. Yeah, they don't get spared. They didn't ask for it. We're just gonna go straight to the exit. We can't go to the store in time. You know what? I should have upgraded. That was my bad. You've reached the end of the first step of your journey. However, it appears you're not alone. The rebel fleet must have sent one of their fighters after you. Your mistake for coming here, bucko. End of the line. It's the end of the line for someone, but let's hope it's not you. Continue. Do nothing. There's a lot of, like... I've noticed there's a lot of, like, references in Multiverse. Like, I've seen one encounter that is literally just the Wizard Tim. And I have to wonder if bucko and end of the line is a reference to something, but I can't quite recall what it feels like. It's a reference to something, but I can't quite recall. Well, you bombed your own unit. I'll take it. I didn't expect them to bomb their own dude, but I did miss my shots at their weapon system, unfortunately. I'm just gonna send crew into the weapons to get it charged up. That is a chain heavy laser, by the way. It gets faster with every charge. Okay, engines are out, but that's not a big deal. Let's send everyone back to their rooms. Go back to your rooms. I'd love someone on sensors, though. I don't think he's getting any repairs done. Yeah, okay, their ship is dead. Disposable asks, how's the spiffy new internet? The internet is really, really great for porn. But it's also really, really great right now because I can stream as much as I want, as long as I want. I can upload videos to YouTube in record time. It's like triple internet capacity, so I've got a lot more bandwidth, which is nice. And I did not have a data cap before, but I also don't have a data cap now, so I don't know why that would matter. Kind of does. You've successfully defeated the elite ship. You now have some time to do something else on the ship. We found a weapon, the Lucerne beam. What does it do? I don't know. It's freaking 100 new beams in this game, and they all have different status effects. What the heck does this one do? We can do something aboard our ship, though. Like, install an upgrade. We can give our engines faster recharge, shields, weapons. I actually feel like 50% ion immunity feels nice. Because ion damage sucks. So I'm gonna buy the 50% ion immunity, and then we will do nothing. We'll upgrade our ship after this. Ion damage can be extremely detrimental. Arcatraz says Avenue Q best Q, or Avenue Q best Avenue. Okay. I was gonna say that's not the best Q. Best Q is hold on, what is the name of Q? It is John Delancey. I was gonna say Lori, but I knew that was wrong. I had to look it up. Next sector. Unmapped clouds or rock parts? Hopefully it's not just literal rock parts, but we'll go to rock parts, I guess. Kind of hard to crew kill rock parts. I haven't looked at the gun yet either, I'm dumb. You've entered hyperspeed. Your journey to the next sector should hopefully remain uneventful. Dead space, as it's called, is the territory between specters and is known to be mostly empty. It's where we are now, except it looks like there's a lot of light here. While in hyperspeed, you have several options. You can proceed to the next sector or do something aboard the ship first. Let's learn about the Atlas, because we took the option at the beginning of the game that's like, download the database so you can get help. The Atlas is used to guide ships through hyperspeed and ensure they do not jump in hazardous conditions. To do this, sectors must enter the coordinates of their start beacon into the Atlas so that ships may be directed to it. Your Atlas is currently pulling from the Federation database, but may be updated with new coordinates you find on your travels. Basically, secret sectors. And I don't know, we'll go through this. Classifications: friendly, allied or on good terms with the Federation, neutral, neither ally or an enemy, hostile, hostile with the Federation. No, who would have thought it? Uncolonized, not controlled by any faction. Unmapped, and not under control by a faction. Fair enough. Subtypes: nebula and hazard. Nebula, the sector has a high concentration of nebulas, and hazard, the sector has a large number of hazards such as asteroid fields or stars. Okay. Locations of interest. They are marked in certain sectors to denote the possible location that might be of a benefit to visit. Usually these do not come with coordinates attached, so you will have to find them yourself. Some sectors do not have locations of interest marked, but that does not mean they don't have any. It only means said location is currently unknown to you as of current. Okay. How do I reroute? Throughout your travels, you may receive special coordinates to a special sector. You will only be able to visit these sectors once, but doing so, you may do so at any point of your period of travel before Sector 8. Do note that doing so will override any quests you would have found in the next sector. There's rebel threat level. Very low, you will never encounter an ace. Low, medium, high, critical. All fleet control beacons will have an ace sectors. Oh, period. Sectors with a rank of high or above will also always have an ace at their exit beacon. Okay. Oh, this is only the chance of encountering an ace ship at a fleet-controlled beacon. So after the rebels have already taken it. Okay. Abe, translate, please. I'm trying to translate. More info! More info! More info! What are fleet types? Auto. Rather than elite rebels, you encounter strong auto ships. There's no chance for an ace. Neutral. Additional Federation backup will be supplied with a neutral ASB. Aces can spawn if the threat level permits. Additional Federation backup will be supplied. I don't know. Look, things. Let's go to the rock sector. Hostile, rebel threat level low. So we're gonna fight a lot of rock ships probably. The rock government holds an iron fist over its citizens, and the rock men are devoted to their faith. Though ignorant of the truth and generally aggressive, it's not impossible to avoid a rock man's wrath. I'm surprised they didn't go through it, but when you jump to a sector, there's a sector guard. And so we're jumping to a rock sector, we're gonna fight a rock guard. The rock people have a particularly aggressive stance towards alien races trespassing. You should tread carefully. The guard hails you. You dare intrude on the elders' holy land? We will destroy you! We can bribe them or fight. I'm not gonna fight them. Or I'm not gonna bribe them, I'm gonna fight them. Enemy ships can also have batteries, by the way. So there's the battery there. But like, why would I not fight the ship? I'm not gonna spend money on you. We do need to vent you though, so we're gonna vent you before you take out my weapons. Please stop. There you go. It's gonna take you a while to get through my doors, and honestly, if you go into the shield room, you know, have fun. So they've got a new weapon. I'm not exactly sure what that does, but it's like some sort of an ion. And they only have a single shot laser, so I don't think the ship can actually hurt us. And if they can't hurt us, very tempted to just like, kind of let them go and let them try to punch their way through my ship. Because I don't think they're gonna be able to punch through my ship for very long without dying. So while they're doing that, let's try to like take out their O2. Seemed to work. You're trying to go into my door room? You dicks. I guess we'll fight you. If we wanted to, you know what we should do? We should nano the NG, because they have an ability that lets them turn into nano form, and they take less damage and they can't suffocate. So if we nano them, the Rockmen will try to kill the NG, but they can't because the NG is in nano form. That seems like a pretty good idea, right? Like, they can't do anything. Can you man a station? You can, okay. Sure, you stay in your nano form, why not? They're gonna try to get the O2 repaired. Hopefully they don't, but if they do, I'll just hit it again. I certainly don't mind, you know, the stall here. They're gonna try to board me again? No, he's just standing in the teleporter. All right, well, go ahead and stand in the teleporter. I guess I'll just send everyone, like, to get healed. And I can un-nano my NG. So you gotta pay a lot more attention to, like, crew abilities and whatnot. Because there's a lot of different crew abilities, and even on this ship, it's just Rockman, but, you know, what if it was like a Super Rockman, or a Rockman Ace, or a Rockman Guard or something, you know? There could be different types of units. Unfortunately, well, fortunately for us, I suppose, it's just a Rockman who's trying to keep his ship flying. Yeah, the Nano NG, he still takes damage from enemy crew, but what is it like? How much less damage? It says damage resistant, but I think it was like 80% resistance, which is pretty good. You have defeated the Rocket Guard. Without crew on board to stop you, you can salvage their cargo. You find a weapon to bring back to the ship and move to scrap their hull. Artemis Heavy Missile Launcher. Sure. By killing the Rocket Guard, you have no doubt caused them to dispatch reinforcements to track you down. Watch your step as you explore the sector, and then we can do something aboard our ship, such as any of this nonsense or just run a salvage mission once per sector. The immediate area of the beacon yields little, but after diving much deeper into the system, you stumble across an inactive pirate ship. Scans did not turn up before. Send a team to see what loot is inside or scrap the hull. Let's see what loot is inside. Your crew board the ship, but find it mostly empty. However, there's a very unpleasant stench. Your crew open one of the storage cabinets only to find the rotting corpse in there, as well as what looks to be giant alien spiders! That are literally giant alien spiders. 85 health, they take more fire damage, they're bad at repairs, but they deal 2.3x combat damage. We have freaking giant alien spiders that freaking hurt too. Like, they hurt hard. So we're gonna try to kill them, but we're gonna have to, like, you know, micro our crew a little bit. Because these guys, they do a lot of damage. You know what we should do? We should probably nano the NG, send him in first. He'll absorb a whole bunch of attacks, and then everyone else can just fight. Because the NG is basically like a tank in his nano form. He still hurts, but, oh god, he doesn't hurt that much. There you go, and now you can turn solid, heal up. We defeated the giant alien spiders. We didn't get anything from the event, from the salvage. Well, we did get something, giant alien spiders. That's what we got. Still, fair enough. Okay, and we have 40 scrap. I think it's 45 for weapons. I would like to get like a mini flak online. We gotta look at what these weapons are. Artemis, 1 power, 1 shot, 1 missile, 2 damage. Double damage to systemless rooms. And Lucerne, this beam is most powerful when targeting large empty sections of hull. It is a hull beam essentially. 2 power, 1 damage, but double damage on a systemless room. So this is just the hull beam, but with a name. Game does anything, Abe, nano the NG, says Mighty Odin. I mean, if you're boarded, it's a good tank. It is. So we could use the beam, but 1 power Artemis on the cheap seems pretty good too, in case we need it. So, planet-side anti-ship batteries, let's not go there. Let's just jump down and in. Bam, bam, bam. Ha, look at your wee little ship. I bet your weapons are tiny. You must be so ashamed. The hell did you just say to us? Level 2 weapons, you'd be surprised, ignore them. So I'm gonna spoil it. I have seen this event once before. I haven't played much of Multiverse, but I've seen this encounter. You keep comparing the weapon upgrades that you have, and at the end, he wins unless you have maximum weapons, I think. So we only have level 3 weapons. I'm just gonna say, the hell did you just say? Because I wanna know what this does. Level 2 weapons will not go anywhere because he'll be like, I have level 3 weapons. I have level, but maybe he only has like a level 2 weapon system or something? I don't know. The hell did you just say? Arrogantly chuckles as you prepare to fight. I mean, that's what I wanted. I wanted combat. Because I don't think that we were gonna be able to out weapon his weapon at 3 weapon power, but I don't know. I don't quite understand how that encounter works, but I wanted combat, so we got into combat. They actually like resisted some of the damage there. They also have rock hull plating for a chance at resisting damage. Yeah, they actually have bonus weapon power that they're not doing anything with, which is kind of interesting. They have like 5 weapon power. Yeah, we're definitely not gonna win the you know, measuring contest there. Might as well hit him in like shields or something. Oh my god, the ship just has infinite bonus reactor. They've also finished their repairs. Ah, but there's a fire now, it's gonna help. What an annoying little ship you've got. Yes, I said little. I don't know what this beam does. Like, maybe it pierces 2 bars of shields. I don't know. So I'm just gonna kill them because they have 6 freaking rockmen. Oh my god, they resisted the damage. We're gonna see what this does. Nothing. Okay, that's extremely good. By destroying your ship, you have indeed proven yourself a threat to the Rockmen's ways. Yeah, and how does having all of that, you know, weapon power do anything for you now? Tony's store. What? Okay, do we have anything we want to buy? Not on our ship, so let's go to Tony's store. Actually, we can put O2 into engine power. What the heck is Tony's store? Lots of cool backgrounds. This is a space station. An advertisement appears on your screen as you approach, depicting a slim and well-kept leech. Hey there, I'm Mr. Senior. Tony Senior, that is. Owner of Tony's. I'd like to announce our brand new partnership with Hector Industries. Come on and stop by. You swear you've seen this ad before, long ago. This definitely isn't brand new, and Tony's is a massive retail chain. For some reason, they're looping the same ancient ad, but that hardly matters. Well, it's another universe. Maybe it's not Tony's. Well, maybe Tony's didn't exist in this universe until now. You never know. Let's explore the store. A few ancient posters from a long past Eargen election are still hung up outside. Considering no president has been democratically elected in the Republic for years, it's quite ironic, but a quick chat with the surprisingly friendly staff revealed that it's just become a joke amongst them. Besides an interaction, there isn't much reason to stick around. Let's do something aboard the ship. We've already salvaged. We do have 55 scrap. I think I'm just not gonna buy anything and save our money. We can talk to our crew. Your slug expresses his interest in the divide between the pirate clans. Personally, he's rooting for the hackers. Scan their biometrics. Telepathy, sees adjacent rooms and immune to mind control, and detects enemy crew if your sensors are down. All right, let's see what they got. Mod missile. Produced by Hector Industries, this is the base for a modular missile. It supports 1 attribute mod and 1 status mod. Incompatible with piercing. So it's 2 power for 3 damage, and then we can give it accuracy or hull bust. Double damage on a systemless room. So you could get a 2 power missile launcher that does 6 damage. That seems pretty good, but it's expensive and I don't really have the capabilities for it right now. And an accuracy mod, 20% accuracy buff. Seems nice. Oh my god, this info dump. There's a lot of like dialogue like that. I kind of like it because it's just, you know, just added bits of lore. Once you know what's what, you can skip it if you don't want to read it. Ion Barrage, a simple ion weapon which can keep a single shield barrier offline. Asclepius, a powerful missile loaded with toxic chemicals that do significant damage to crew. 75 crew damage and a breach and 3 damage. It's actually pretty freaking powerful and potent. That would like instantly kill 1 Zoltan. How much more info can we get? It never stops. Yeah, but you gotta learn about Tony's. I think I'm gonna sell the Lucerne beam. And I'll admit, I'm kind of interested in Asclepius, which has a 70% breach chance. So if you hit like the O2 system, like it's 70% chance of a breach. You could also just like shoot the crew, but using 1 missile seems a little bit overkill. There's also a heavy stunner, a heavy hitting ion weapon which charges much more slowly but does significantly more ion damage. Additional stun properties. So it's twice as slow as the ion barrage, but it does 3 times as much damage and has a high stun chance. So this heavy stunner could in theory take down any number of shields. But I don't think we need any of those. Oh, there's 4 pages of stuff. Crew teleporter, Clone Bay, Aisha, Scott Kletzkin, Valeria, the Leech. The scummy leeches are often referred to as the bottom feeders of the galaxy, and for good reason. Drains power from an enemy system in the current room. So I guess they would make good boarders. You can just take systems offline by just boarding them. And regenerates health. And is stunned for longer. Interesting. We can get drone control with a defense drone, cloaking, mind control, magnetic payload, a single-use combat augment that can be deployed before combat to deal 4 damage to an enemy ship systems, long-range scanners, which we already have with our augment, signal diluter, drowns out distress or other signals can be used to prevent guards from calling in ASBs or disable enemy attack satellites. That actually feels kind of nice. We can also get a random weapon for 25% off. Okay, magnetic payload sounds OP. It says single use, so I think it's 40 scrap for literally a single use. So I don't think it's quite as OP as it sounds. I've seen augments that are reusable. I don't think this is one of them because it says single use. Usually the ones that are reusable have a cost per them. Like you have to use fuel or you have to use power. This is just one time only for 40 scrap. So like boss fight. Never mind, then it sucks rock parts. Well, maybe. So I don't really want to do much at this store. Maybe buy a defense drone. It comes with a free Guardian drone, which I imagine shoots down missiles. Seems kind of nice. Let's buy it. It's a multi-purpose defense drone that can be swapped between anti-missiles and anti-drones. Shoots once every 1,000 milliseconds, so once a second. Okay, so we now have missile defense. Why not? Oh my god, we got a long way to go here. let's keep going, I guess. A nearby rock settlement, painted almost entirely light blue, hails you. You're from the outside? You wouldn't happen to have anything originating from the crystal race, would you? We don't, sorry. Settlement cuts transmission. So I guess if you have like a crystal item, you get like a special event there. Well, do nothing and jump. Bad jump, but that's okay. As stoic rock captain hails you, Federation, I have an important question for you. Why can you not expect perfection from geologists? We don't know, or have your slug predict the answer. Your slug grumbles, it's just a stupid pun. Your slug repeats the answer to the rockman, because they all have faults. Oh no, it's the Fredacula beacon. Fredacula is secretly a rockman. The rockman frowns that you predicted it and turns off transmissions. Oh, but we don't get to fight him! Oh, come on! I want to fight him! Well, I'm never doing that again. A curious sight greets you at this beacon. A disabled rock freighter drifts in space while 2 mantis craft battle it out, presumably over who deserves the spoils. Wait, then attack the surviving mantis. This is a vanilla event. The mantis craft are both too busy slaughtering one another to notice you. Eventually, the smaller ship gets the upper hand, but they must have blown a fuse in the assault and their weapons system is inoperable. Now is the time to attack. They literally have no weapons? Change your toggle or amp equipment. So if we wanted to, we could swap the drone between anti-missile or anti-drone before combat, but I'm okay with it being an anti-missile drone. So like, oh no, they have weapons, it's just not full weapons, okay. If they only have one gun, then I'm just gonna kill him, although this is a good opportunity for like combat practice, but I'm just gonna kill him. As long as I take out their O2, they should die, you know, somewhat soon. I could use something like an Artemis, but I guess it does have a chance of breaching in fire, but, you know, the piercing gun has a chance of breaching too. There you go. Rockman, ensuring dad jokes survive and thrive in the multiverse, says Arcatraz. Ah, good old Rockman. Rock Dadman. You know what? There you go. Good timing on that too. Yeah, they're not gonna get the O2 repaired. So I guess we're just gonna do a little bit of like combat training, piloting, engines. As our crew get leveled up, we get more evasion for free. Right now we're at 24%, 29% by putting power into the engines. What are you? Your sensors, your weapons, your shields. Weapons, I don't really want to shoot them because if I shoot them, they'll die. So I'm just gonna sit here, I guess. And then we got that guard drone. I like having anti-missile defense. Or just anything that can like shoot down boarding drones, ion intruder drones, hacking drones, hacking parts. Having a single drone system is quite helpful. How you guys doing today? Oh, and you're dying, and you're dead. In the time it took you to eliminate the Mantis ship, the Rock must have repaired the FTL drive and jumped away. You picked the bones of both Mantis ships. 16 scrap. Not a whole lot, but that's okay. Oh, hey, there's the crystal store. Hey, guys, crystal store over here. Not like I want to go to the store. I can't really buy anything, so we're just gonna jump around. If we can make it around the entire sector and then hit up the exit, that would be nice. You encounter a rock vessel and attempt to open trading frequencies, but they take it as an act of cultural transgression and open fire. Man, I hate the rocks. Sorry, but it's true. So they have some sort of a flak gun and that one-shot chain heavy laser, so it gets faster as it fires. I'm more worried about the weird flak that they've got. Never mind. I don't even want to burst them. I just want to try to take out the O2. It'd be hard to do, but it's like not impossible at all. We just gotta start a breach and then they'll all start suffocating. We're also not getting any breaches out of this right now, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. If I have to destroy the ship, oh no, I have to destroy you. Oh man, you're dead. And we still get scrap out of it. Just maybe not as much, or maybe not like a crew member, maybe not a gun. By the way, enemy ships that don't explode into parts, that's just like a TBD thing. The mod developers just haven't done that yet. Because all the ships apparently have to be individually handcrafted in order to explode on defeat, so they just haven't gotten to that yet. So that's why the ships don't look, they disappear when they die. They may have been sworn enemies of the Federation. Really? Oh, may not have been sworn enemies of the Federation, but you still feel no guilt about destroying the ship mostly. Asteroid field, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can do all of that jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. So we're gonna try to go all the way around. It's a nice looking planet in the distance. A rookie rock cargo ship has taken its orders too literally and took the most direct route to their destination right through an asteroid field. They're confused and fire wildly as you jump in. Oh, fantastic. So not only are they rocks, but they're idiot rocks. You should really have someone on your shield system. Just saying. Okay, they only have the one gun online, so they're not gonna do anything to us. Hey, we did take out their O2 system. The rocks are gonna destroy the ship before I can, though. Might as well just help them. Goodbye. Hey, we did get some training from this at least. At last, the armor of the rock ship gives out. At last? It wasn't really that long of a fight for it to be an at last situation. There we go. Shields up. 67 scrap. We can't spend scrap on the ship here. We can't upgrade ourselves, so we're just gonna jump ahead. We have a rock salvage operation. They don't seem to mind you while they don't seem to mind that you're on board while they junk your ship. They're going to kill us. I think not. That's a burst laser Mark II. I wonder how much power that uses. It's an important question, because if it uses a lot of power... Oh, I took out my drone system. If it uses a lot of power, then it's gonna be hard to take out. Did you really go to heal? Oh, I guess there was a breach in there previously. Well, we'll try to take out their O2 now and medbay. If we get good breaches, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. We just want everything aboard the ship to be breached. Beautiful. Now if we take out the O2 system, we should be able to kill the crew. Actually, oh, you're still repairing their weapons, huh? I mean, go ahead. I wouldn't do it if I was you. Alien vessel, CCR attack, we will pay. No. Sorry, dude. You really should have not attacked me. Just saying. You only have yourself to blame. Oh, let's go. Oh, they do have the med bay up though. I might not be able to kill them if they just go into the med bay to heal. I guess their med bay can't heal them fast enough, so they're not even gonna try. All right, well, you know what that means. That means we chill. And we might as well try to get our plant person, Gladier, our orchid leveled up so that we get maximal evasion. It's actually gonna be pretty quick because their O2 is already offline. 1 HP on the ship. So this is like a scrap vessel, like a scrap-ing vessel, a vessel that scraps. Maybe we'll get some more scrap out of the scrap vessel when we scrap it for scrap. You all know where they came from. Hold on, the interior of the rock ship is littered with small stones. You all know where they came from, but no one dares comment on it as you salvage the ship. They lost their rocks. I knocked the rocks off. What do we want? We probably want another gun. Now we can have like a missile launcher online in case we need it. 1 HP in a dream, never mind. Not them. The burnt out hull of a rock trapper drifts by. Behind the wrecks drifts a live mine, an automated drone that drills into ships' hulls before exploding. However, it can't detect you from this range, and you wonder if it's even active. Still, it's risky. Dude, I have a missile launcher, so we can blue event the mine, I think. Let's scrap the wreckage. You pick apart the hull of the ship and find some scrap, ammunition, and a mine launcher. However, before you can leave, the mine activates and begins to seek out your ship. Oh, we have a defense drone that we can use. Shoot down the mine. Fortunately, your defense drone quickly locks onto the mine and shoots it down. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. So we have a Geb, a mine launcher. At empty beacons, provides 2 fleet delay for 13 missiles. Well, I have 10. Mine launchers, they're interesting weapons. They don't do system damage. So you can't use them to take out like a shield system or weapon system, but they do deal hull damage and crew damage apparently, and they have a good chance at fires and breaches. It's just it's like a flak gun if it doesn't do system damage. That's a mine launcher pretty much. And it has 10 shield piercing. So I guess it's more like a missile launcher that's a flak gun. It's like a flak missile launcher. I keep changing my analysis here, but it's a missile launcher. It uses a missile. I'm okay with the Artemis. Hey, if anything, we can just sell this if we get a store later. Good thing we got that defense drone. It appears the distress beacon is coming from the surface of a nearby moon. Your sensors are picking up a single life form. Damn it, I should have had the 2nd level medbay. You find a man living alone in a cave. From the appearance of his wrecked ship, it seems he's been there for many years. He looks healthy, but his mental state is questionable. This is a vanilla encounter here. If you bring him aboard your ship, he might kill a crew member or damage your vessel. If you had a level 2 med bay or clone bay, I think you could prevent the negatives, but we have a slug crew member too. The slug enters a trance-like state for 1 to 2 seconds, then snaps out of it. The person is clearly unstable. It's best we leave them alone. All right. Can you have the slug say that he's fine? I've only ever seen the slug say that he's unstable. You receive a hail from an overweight rebel. I was an MFK ace, you know, but then I took a biobeam to the knee. Oh my god. That's it. We're done. Goodbye. I'm ending the stream. No, I'm not, but like, that's what it makes me want to do. When it's just a blatant Skyrim reference. Make it more subtle, come on. But if I can kill you, maybe Vance will give me another chance. You suspect he's lying, but you don't have time to refute his claim. Took a bio beam to the knee, oh my lord. Not everything has to be a reference to another media property. You can create your own lore if you want, writers of FTL Multiverse. Can we blame that on Verdacula 2? No, you blame that one on Bethesda. Shoots down missiles and asteroid defense drones. So we might be able to use the flak, possibly not, but it won't shoot down lasers. Also, this drone, it's hitting the shield but not depleting the shield. That means it's probably like a fire drone or a breach drone or something. We'll see. Well, hopefully we won't. We'll just take out their weapons if we can. Use mini flak. Missed. So it does shoot down one of the flak shots in theory. Don't shut down their drone. I'm okay with that though. See if we can hit him. Nah, we're gonna miss. Hey, good. As long as I can keep one of their weapons offline, I'm happy. They have a lot of crew for repairs, but hopefully they can't repair everything. Yeah, we should be okay. Although they are gonna get their O2 back online. That's fine, then we'll just shoot it again. There we go, that should do it. So their crew is gonna die. We just gotta sit here. How y'all doing? Hey, you know what? I like killing crew. You get way better rewards from it, and in theory more equipment, although we haven't gotten too much equipment. We picked up that mine layer recently, but you know, we're just gonna sell it. Is a 5th crew member named? Yes, it is. It's hard to see, but it's Ogrim. All of them are named. A fully named ship. I didn't name the ship, admittedly, but I'm not gonna rename the ships. It's me, smiley face, says Ogrim. Ogrim the slug. Oh, I'm such a dummy. It's gotta be Snail God Onion is the slug. Next time we get a slug, he's gotta be the guy who goes in it. Who goes in it? He's not going in the slug. He's riding the slug, though. I know he's not here, but still, in spirit. You know, rip his face. As the captain of the rebel ship collapses to his knees, he says, "Damn you." Yeah, we saw that again. Exit. We have 62 scrap. I am gonna get the med bay and the sensors upgraded. I like being prepared for blue event options, and those are relatively cheap. You arrive at the long-range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. I think that every exit beacon gives you this exact option. So if you want, you can go to your storage and upgrade your ship, or if you want, you can explore and get one more beacon. So I'm gonna explore. Intelligent life forms. Is this peaceful? Slug crew attempt to communicate telepathically. We get, what the heck is this? After a moment, your crew tells you that these are simple beings who enjoy a peaceful life. Your slug puts the horse into a calm state, and you even manage to bring back a specimen without any fear of the horses. You explore further and even find old wreckage on the planet of an NG ship, though the inhabitant is dead. We got a horse? Garrick the horse with 6 fuel? Excuse me? The heck is this? Brightly colored, 6-legged, horse-like animals. They are not ponies, but feel free to address them as such. Triple movement speed, more combat damage, cannot repair or man systems, can only be controlled temporarily, can be tamed at empty beacons. Mighty Odin says dibs. Bruce Garrick? I will ride Mighty Odin into combat. Tame a horse, huh? Control. Gain control of the pony for 15 seconds. So, oh my god, he's so fast. And I go into the drone room, I guess? Sure. Solder J says, I wonder if you can get a giant alien spider as a crew member too. I don't see why not. They are no joke. Because when you mouse over spiders, they do say can only be controlled for like temporarily. So I suppose you can get one as a crew. I don't know. This seems weird. Let's just jump. What does the horse do? It has triple movement speed, cannot repair, but does combat damage. I guess it's just like an uncontrollable unit. I don't know. Let's jump to the next sector though. This is weird. Free mantis parts, ruined colonies. Let's go to the free mantis parts, because free mantis are fun. Space horse. Look at my horse is amazing.